What's up, guys? Give me like 3 minutes to set up, and we will be good. This is good. This is good. Alright, perfect. Let's put the pop-up chat just in case you guys have anything. Pop-up chat. Alright. So yeah, Discord. What's up, Last One Demon? What's up, guys? Thanks for joining in. 1 second. Let me make sure I have everything good, and we'll be good to go. Auction. So check something really quick. Um, is it 24? Alright, perfect. Alright, what's up, Dragon Ball fam? It's your boy, Eddie Sandler, Team Foot, XPPG Team Captain, coming at you live with another episode of Team Talks. So, this weekend, this upcoming weekend, we have Pro Play Tour Miami. It's going to be a little event, 2-day event. So, this week, I really want to focus in on owning on all the meta decks. I might actually go live all 5 days just to play catch up for you guys, because I feel like you guys should know certain decks coming out before this event comes up. But after this weekend event, this should be, I guess, more telling of what people gravitate towards, because a lot of people, yes, they see decks they like, but this happens every set, right? When decks come out and it looks cool and cute, people try to play, and it's like, it's not their cup of tea, and they start to default back to the actual already dominant decks. So today I feel like we should start with the deck that has the number one target on their back, which is this bad boy, Mecha Frieza. The reason why I want to deep dive into Mecha Frieza today is because I feel like it did nothing but just get stronger with two specific cards, which are the where is this? All right. So I love shout out to Apex X. Whoever made this site, you guys are a freaking genius, man. Like huge shout out to you. This card and ding 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 ding. This card. Let's use the shiny version because people like shiny versions. So these two cards, right? The Champback promo, Mecha Frieza, Robotic, Robust, and the Power of the Super Saiyan. Real quick, let's read both cards. So the Mecha Frieza, right? Really crazy card. To counter attack, negate the attack and play this card permanent. If your leader is yellow and your opponent has 2 or more energy, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each yellow extra card in your energy area or drop area. When this card is played from your hand, each time your opponent would attack with a non-unison card this turn, they must choose one of their cards in active mode and switch it to rest mode. It also has an activate main, which costs 2 specified yellow energy. Choose up to 1 yellow Frieza card with an energy cost of 4 and a mecha in its name and play on top of this card. So realistically speaking, you don't really care. Maybe in the future someone will use this activate main for 2. Maybe we'll see this week and we don't know. But the biggest thing for this right here is just this completely, in my opinion, replaces this card. Because with Nimbus, it's inherent a -2, right? You're losing Nimbus and using another card. Yes, you get to trigger cards such as your leader ability, which is your Nimbus. Usually you put your card and then your leader will trigger as well. Because don't forget, guys, a lot of people forget about this. But let's get to the last auto on Mecha Frieza itself. Auto, once per turn, when you activate a mono yellow extra card from your hand, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. The when autos have this clause, I'm gonna coach you guys up real quick. When it autos have the clause once per turn, what this really means is that, hey, when you do something that can trigger the auto, it instantly happens. Now, if you choose zero, you chose zero, right? So let's say the best example I could give you is, let's just use Mecha Frieza because we're using Mecha Frieza, right? So let's say you Nimbus, and I had a battle card in play, but you know I'm gonna have something else. Like I'm gonna summon up something else is better. Now, let's say I'm playing Vegex, right? And I have Trunks blocker in play. But you know for a fact, somehow you know I just have a fighting against face. So you wanna save the extra. You gotta save your ability to rest a fighting against face. So if you Nimbus me, you're going to have to trigger your Mecha Frieza. If you choose zero, that's fine. If you use an extra card past that, or a counter card past that, you cannot choose when you use that auto. Now, when you can choose when to use these autos, that I was trying to explain to you guys last time. The autos, for instance, like the unisons that just say auto, they do not say once per turn. Yes, those are instances where you get to choose the auto of when you want to use it. But the ones that say once per turn, all once per turn really means is that once the condition to trigger this ability happens, you have to trigger it. Now, if you choose nothing, that's why it says choose up to one. That means you chose zero. When you says choose up to a card, it always starts at zero and ends with the number that it says up to. So you chose zero. All right. So that's it on that one. But this card, guys, is really, really, really good. Like, I think this, like I said, is probably one of the most underrated yellow cards. I think this is, like I said last weekend, this is the most overhyped yellow card, and this is the most underrated yellow card, in my personal opinion, currently right now. I'm not even going to count this because this is a secret, right? People think it's bad. Please still play that one in your Mecha Frieza deck, guys. It's literally a secret. But let's talk about this champ back home real quick. Right now, I think it's sitting at about, I want to say $50 at the time of recording. But I don't know why. This card is really, really good. Like I said, I have no incentive to try to boost the prices of this. I don't own these cards. I don't play yellow, but I'm telling you guys, this in Mecha Frieza is a staple because what cards like this allow you to do is save you from pitching the extra card from Nimbus. But not only that, it allows you to control your opponent's board on their turn. Because realistically speaking, if you look at it, when you attack and you rest something that's either your energy or it's going to be like a field spell because you're playing King Vegeta, you can rest your field spell, or it's like a leader card you rest. Whatever you're resting with this instantly triggers Bergamo, right? So let's take a look at Bergamo real quick because this is what really, really makes this combo really insane. We'll talk about this later. But Bergamo. All triggers two things. Let's talk about both things it can trigger, realistically speaking. It's Bergamo and Poutine. Because Poutine, when this happens, will be putting in work. Did I spell Poutine wrong? Oh, no, it's not yellow, it's black. Okay, I'm tripping. Alright, perfect. We're back in action. So, this Mecha Frieza Robotic Replus will trigger both Bergamo, Ferocious Roar. Once again, Bergamo is an auto. It's two energy. One specified yellow, one is generic energy. It doesn't matter what color it is. When one of your opponent's card is switched to rest mode by one of your skills, play this card from your hand. Now, like I said, it costs one energy, one specified yellow, one generic energy. It says auto. If your leader card is yellow, or a U9 card, when this card is played, choose up to two of your opponent's battle cards and or energy, ignoring barrier, and switch them to rest mode. And or means you can choose one and one. You can choose both. It doesn't matter what it is. That's what and or means. It's always trying to specify. So realistically speaking, now you thought Frieza cost one energy. Like you thought Frieza just costed yourself, like as an opponent's player, one energy, right? Because you have to attack and now you have to give him another, either your battle card to rest it, you have to rest one of your energy, or you have to rest one of your leader, which I don't know why you rest your leader, but those are the ones you could rest, right? So what this card does is, hey, not only did you do that, cool, you attacked me, you rest something. Now I get to trigger something else to rest two more cards. So if you rested your energy, realistically speaking, Bergamo's going to come in and tap your leader or tap your battle cards. And to top that off, you can also trigger Poutine, because Poutine, it will be putting in work, because the first thing you summon off skills, or the first counter you use, it'll just rest a card, which is really, really busted. Um, these two coincide with Mecha Frieza so well. I don't see people talking about this card. I don't know why. This card, in my opinion, deserves so much Garnet as a yellow counterplay. It's just insane. The synergy it has specifically with Mecha Frieza is just dumbfoundedly broken. There's very few cards in this game that, to my knowledge, I'm trying to think right now, it's really played. Like, what's really played that popular that counters this? I'm trying to think. In red, right? What do you have? I guess you have the OG counter plays, right? You have the Beerus balls and stuff, like the ones that each color has. Realistically speaking, I don't see anyone playing those cards, right? The one that people are really playing for red would be the one that came out of the expansion pack. I believe it's Bad Omen or something like that. Like, yeah, every color has this, but like these are really, really costly, man. First of all, you have to be at 4 or less. Like, it's really, really costly. But the one that people should be playing, at least for a red deck, should be this. So I'm gonna show you the cards that are broken, but I also want to show you the cards that are really, really good. Let's just do I'm not sure what it's called. Some of the Goku. It's a 2-drop, but it becomes a 1-drop if you have a unison with specified cost of 2 or more. Oh, here it is. Omen of Bad Awakening. So let's look at it real quick for red. Omen of Bad Awakening. It's a counterplay. If your leader card is red and you choose one card in your life and place it in the drop area, the battle card being played has a the battle card being played has 20k power or less. It's placed in its owner's drop instead of being played. So that will 100% save you, and as an additional effect where, hey, if you have a red unison in play with a specified cost of 2, you get to reduce it by 1. So realistically speaking, for 1, you get to stop it, which is really, really, really good as a red deck. Blue, you have God Sealing. Now, if you're not playing God Sealing, I believe you also have, what is it, Absolute Release Ball, I think it is. If you're playing Blue Baby, you have multiple answers. You also have to go, you have multiple answers if you're playing Blue Baby. But if you're not playing Blue Baby, I believe, let me see. Nope. I think it's Absolute Release Ball it's called for. Yeah, there it is. It's called for blue. Let's read it. Yeah, but I mean, you do on top of the energy, but it's like an inherent neg because it bounces it. So when you attack again, he's just gonna swing back at it with you. Like, it's just neg because blue gives him the card back, right? I guess you have this. Nope, 2 or less. Mecha Frieza. Oh, I guess it is a 1 cost. So yeah, it's still neg because it returns to your hand. Yeah, blue is rough because even though blue does have the answers, you're giving the card back to the Mecha Frieza player, which is neg in my opinion. Like, it doesn't have in just. Yeah, these are the counters. Because God Sealing also gives it back to hand. So yeah, it's blue. I think you're just got, man. You just gotta accept that L. Green, I'm pretty sure green is the same way, not including the King Cole cards. King Cole is another deck that I want to talk about later during this week. Today I'm going to focus on Mecha Frieza and tell you the cards that you should be playing. But as well, I'm going to tell you what cards you should be playing. I'm going to tell you the cards that also counter it as well. For green, that's not really King Cole. You have counterplays, but they cost 2B. You have, I mean, I guess you have, what is hidden potential? No, you do have hidden potential, but it's better than what not returning to your hand like blue does. Hidden potential is an option. You can pay 2 with preemptive strike and other cards, but yeah, it's not really looking too enticing for green. Like green, you're probably gonna have to like call it a day. For yellow, you have multiple options. Yellow, you can actually stop it because yellow, you have A, B, you have multiple options for this because do not forget, guys, this is an auto. The same thing, like I said, even going against baby, right? If you have these cards specifically, you can negate their auto coming in, and that's it. Like, yes, they get played, and yes, you cannot negate this, guys. Don't forget the negate attack. Then play this card. That is just it's gonna happen. But what you can negate is an auto. Now the auto is what's problematic because the auto, once again, when this card is played from your hand, each time your opponent would attack with a non-unison card for this turn, they must choose one of their cards in active mode and switch it to rest mode. So yellow does have some play and it's not leader locked. But once again, I'm not really gonna look at the other yellow decks because the real premier yellow deck is Mecha. So in the mirror match, I would anticipate people having Tyrannical Blow because it's good in multiple matches. It's not just for this. It's also good against Blue Baby. Like Blue Baby, when they tap the energy to hit you with one of these floodgates, right? Don't forget, Blue Baby also has these effects where it's just okay, cool. You have to. You can't stop the first part where it's counterattack. It's a counterattack. You can't stop that, but you can stop the auto real quick. But let me catch up on some comments real quick. Oh snap! I didn't paint my shirt. I do have a Batman shirt. Happens the first time. Use an extra card for those cards. Yep. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep. What's up, Gabe? Green for cooler. Oh yeah, green does have cooler. That's correct. But I think it's more. I think the cooler is more efficient in King Cole because King Cole is just busted. Because you could inherently, as the deck is playing efficiently. That's the best word I like to say. Efficiently, drop that thing to a 1 cost, which is really, really, really good and really solid. But you're right. Blasphemy, you're 100% correct. King Cole is also another way you can stop it. But we're going to talk about King Cole later in this week. We're talking about a lot of cards, like a lot of decks. That's why I may go live each day this week and actually offline we'll record some videos and put it on some decks because I really want to prepare you guys for this weekend tournament. It's going to be a big tournament. I've been playtesting a lot of King Vegeta. I found some issues with the deck. I found ways to fix the issues with the deck. Now I don't know if I have time to actually implement those issues with the deck yet. So it's really, really rough right now. Yeah. King Cole will cost 1. And it'll cost 1 easily in the actual King Cole deck. Easily. What do you think about Blue Bojack? We will be talking about it because I think it's a deck that people need to understand how to play because the deck is good. A lot of people suck on it, but the deck is really, really good. It's a surprise deck that will if people weren't talking about it now, I could guarantee probably show up at an event and probably either win or go second place at an event. It would 100% get to the finals because people wouldn't know what to do against it. It has a lot of play in the combo area. It's like if I could compare it to it's like I guess launch where it lives in a combo step, where at the same time it's not like a traditional blue deck because you don't see cards such as God Sealing. But with that being said, you also do need, in my opinion, to be running mono blue because it has cards that take the top card from your deck and put it in your energy area. So if you're not running mono blue, you will get in trouble. Yeah, exactly. And don't forget, guys, remember before King Piccolo was good, like if you guys are the OG people that were tuning into Team Talks, what did I say about King Piccolo? I said King Piccolo is a red for Jax. I said it over and over and over and over again. And for nowhere King Piccolo came, I kept telling people, I'm like, no, King Piccolo is a red for Jax. Literally, King Piccolo is a red for Jax. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, all right, bro. I wasn't gonna hype it up because next time I don't play, I just don't say nothing. I'll tell you it's good. If you don't believe me, I'll just let you learn for yourself. That's just how it is. Let's make a video or a night where we talk about last minute decks. Either you got better or lost. Today we're going to this better. Yeah. Black Sun Demon, that's what I plan on doing. Like tonight, that's where we start off with Mecha Frieza. I want to talk about those decks that literally you have to worry about for this weekend. For future videos, we could talk about any deck. Like if you guys ever want me to talk about some off-brand deck or whatever it is, or whoever on the team you want to talk about a specific deck, let me know and I'll get to that. So all right, I think I could have put on the comments. So let's get back to the Mecha deck. So this card right here, in my opinion, is probably the most. It's probably hands down the best card of the thing. Not the best, because there's a lot of great cards, right? It's a lot of great cards. I'm going to get into this because obviously this is something that caught everyone's eye. But this right here, out of all the cards, if I would say is like really powerful and impactful, would have to be Mecha. So we hit yellow, right? Yellow doesn't really have as bad of a time as blue because once again, even though blue does have those answers, it does bounce back to hand. Green, let me show you guys again because you're all right. King Cole does also answer the deck, but for King Cole, don't forget, guys, in order to efficiently play it, you're gonna have to put those where is it? Now, this is the Topo one, right? Yeah. Where's the actual? There it is, my Art King Cole. Don't forget, guys, for this one, you're going to have to put extra cards either in your drop or your battle area. So make sure you all know that. If you're playing King Cole, it's not going to be an issue for you. So let's get back to Black. Black has the perfect answer. Black's answer will actually, Black has two main answers. The first one being right here, and the second one saying, I wish you would play that card. Because the thing about Black, it's just beautiful bust on a counter. Let's see if I can spell it tonight. Oh, obviously not because I put an L. This beautiful bad boy shuts it down 100% completely. Because, once again, what we're talking about, for those who are listening to the podcast the next day and not watching the video, Koetsukai Mechanical Curve. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Hasn't been played in a minute, right? So Quetzalcoatl has to activate main one energy. One, it doesn't matter what energy it is, but if you're playing at Vajack's office, you're gonna have all black energy. If you're playing in Dark World, you're gonna have all black energy. But it's just one energy period. Remove this card from your drop area, in your drop area from the game. Then choose up to 2 cards in your hand. Place them at the bottom of your deck in any order. Draw cards equal to the number of cards placed at the bottom of your deck with this skill. Then for the turn, if your opponent plays a battle card with 20k power or less, they choose 2 cards from your hand and send them to the warp. To the warp, guys. This card is 100% hands down broken, titty McLicious, insane, period, against this deck. Because not only do you shut down things such as Mecha Frieza, you also shut down the inherent things that follow Mecha Frieza, such as Bergamo and such as Poutine. So realistically speaking, if they were to play 1, 2, and 3, they would have to warp 6 cards from their hand, which they will not do. Now, the beauty about Quetzalcoatl, once again, guys, if you have access to 4 Mecha Frieza robotic or posts, I guess is how you say it, you're not going to be running Nimbus. So, with that being said, the only other card you would have to worry about that's going to interrupt your battle step will be let's get to it. The card that people hyped up the most, Power of a Super Saiyan, would be this. Because Poutine will single-handedly shut that strategy down. You're not going to lose that many cards in your hand. But let's get into the power of this Super Saiyan. Dual purpose extra card. First one, negate the attack. Counter attack, negate the attack. It has a permanent. If you have 1 or more mono yellow energy in active mode, you can activate this card's activate battle skill from your hand without paying its energy cost. That is a huge deal in Mecha Frieza. So realistically speaking, you do not have to take a life. So if you thought Mecha played extra cards for free, this is the definition of just playing stuff for free because it doesn't cost a life nor energy, which is really, really good. You just have to have that one. Don't forget, guys, monocolor. It cannot be dual color. It has to be a monocolor energy and active. Activate battle says, if your leader card is yellow, if your leader card is a mono yellow card, draw 1 card. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards or unisons. Once again, or unisons, which is huge. And switch it to rest mode. You cannot use the activate battle skill on this card again, pretty much. So like you can't use other copies of the card. The biggest thing with this card, guys, is now Mecha finally has the play to interact with unisons. That was Mecha's biggest downfall. Like, yes, before they had even the Frieza Champ Pack, right? So you had Nimbus, but the way Nimbus was getting outclassed, it's okay. Nimbus doesn't include leader attacks. It doesn't include unison attacks. So realistically speaking, if you attacked your battle card first, you would have to Nimbus. You're gonna have to pitch your card. So they lose 2 cards off rip. And realistically speaking, they're gonna have to take a life to use a Nimbus, or realistically speaking, they would just tap the energy. So it was up to them. Whatever it is, it was just negative all purposes for this intent. So you had 1 more battle card attack, you had a unison attack, and you also had your leader attack, which is 3 things. But now, with the Frieza Champ Pack that says just negate everything, he's going to rest something, you also have access to this. So, like, let's say if you get inherently counterplayed by a Quetzalcoatl, so it's like, okay, cool, you could improvise that and overcome. The way to do that is if they have a lethal unison, let's say they had I don't know, they're playing Projects, right? Or they're playing something with a really, really beefy unison. So they attack. They Quetzalcoatl. They know 100% you're not going to play the Frieza because it's neg. It's just negative all neg things. You have literally 1 good swing. Because of that 1 good swing, it's going to be a single strike. Let me remind you that. Because they can still Final Flash you, and they can still also hit you with the power of the Super Saiyan, the new card that we're talking about. And rest either your Unison card, which is huge, or a battle card. Now, with this being said, your leader card is safe. Now, the only way they can actually hit your leader card would be with their Zamasu Super Combo. But don't forget, guys, one more thing I want to hit before I forget. When they do use this, guys, it's not just the Unison or battle card that you're going to choose. If you have a Unison, realistically speaking, this will hit the Unison for free. But the biggest thing is a 2-for-1. Because once again, Frieza has this auto. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, excuse me. Wrong Frieza. 200 Friezas. Where's it at? Right here. When you activate a mono yellow card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards in such a dress mode. So if you have a Unison, realistically speaking, this will rest a Unison and a battle card off one card that costs 0 energy and that costs 0 life because you had one mono yellow energy open. So this is a really, really, really good card. I can see why there's a lot of hype behind it. I just personally think, in my opinion, the Frieza should receive more hype behind it because the power of the Super Saiyan, it's powerful. Don't get it wrong. I'm not trying to undersell it. It's a very powerful card, but it's not game ending. The Frieza promo is game ending because, like I told you guys, and you guys saw, when you follow up the Frieza promo with those 2 cards that I show you, even just the one, like the one Bergamo, it's really, really game breaking. And one more thing I forgot to mention about this Frieza promo. This is why you're start to seeing the comeback of Cell Secret Rares. With this, on your turn, you can just hardcast it for 1. As long as you meet its conditions where you have the appropriate amount of extra cards in your drop area or your energy area, you can literally reduce the cost to 1 and play it as a 1k 15 guy slinger, which is really, really, really good. Like, it's just completely insane. So that's the 2 cards that are, I want to say, the not the most impactful, but the 2 cards at 100% in a really competitive Mecha Frieza deck you're going to see. This 100% hands down, in my opinion, I don't care what it is. It's not just my opinion. And in all, Dragon Ball should be a 4-0. In all intents and purposes, should be a 4. Power to Super Saiyan, not so much. I can see people running as a 3-0 just to see, because realistically speaking, you'll probably resolve it about 2 times in a match, 3 max. But you're not. I don't see this card being as a 4. And I play 4, so that's saying a lot. It's just really, really unrealistic. It's not like you can use multiple in a turn. Once you use the first activate battle, it's just dead. Like, I can see this realistic resolving about 2 times a turn. So you want to play about 3 of them because you actually want to see the card. Before I move into the next yellow card, let's see if I caught up on all the comments. Let's see. Oh, cool. Let's see. I think I left off on Blast in the end. Real talk, does anyone else find the new Dark Broly card a little underwhelming? Still good, but a little... It's not. And Dark Broly will be one of those decks I talk about. Because Dark Broly is another deck I'm trying to playtest again. Because, like I said, the thing about... Here, just let me keep this up with this. The thing about the King of Vegeta, I pretty sure I found the way the deck is supposed to be played now. But I found that out this morning, like literally, as I was playtesting. Because I'm like, bro, it just felt rough playing the deck. And I'm like, it's good, it's solid, but it's not broken. And then as I was just tinkering with it and exploring through the library of cards in Dragon Ball, I'm like, this is the way. Like, it literally hit me in my face. I'm like, this is the way the deck's supposed to be played. Now, will I have time to pick up all those cards and stuff by Saturday? If I do, I do. But if I don't, I'll probably sticking to Dark Broly. So I can't talk about Dark Broly. The new Dark Broly card, it's not that it's underwhelming. I think people are looking at it the wrong way, right? It's meant to supplement the strategy already existing with this card right here. Let me pull it up for you. Because we do have the luxury of OBS now. I was about to type in OBS. I'm tripping. We do have the luxury of OBS now, right, guys? So... Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. It's meant to supplement this. That's all it is. And like I said, I don't want to get really too in-depth on it because we will be doing a Dark Broly discussion because Dark Broly and Vegex will 100% be discussed this week because those are the 2 main black decks followed closely by Mecha Kyber because Mecha Kyber can also be a really dominant black deck, especially going against other black decks. But the thing about this deck is it's unknown for people who don't know how to set it up, right? This Vindicator, real quick, because this is a Mecha Frieza video, this Vindicator is meant to supplement this. So the turn you would play Unbridled Destruction is the turn you would play Dark Broly, the Vindicator. Now, if you just saw Overwhelm 6, pay 1, you're trying to play on turn 1, turn 2, yes, it's going to feel underwhelming because it has the same clause where your opponent has to have 3 or more energy the same way this does. It's like, it's not 3 or more energy, but it's going to be a 3 or more life thing, right? So, this, realistically speaking, should be done on the same turn you would do this. Because would you do this on turn 2? Not really. You do this around turn 3 because you're not going to tap out for Dark Broly. When Dark Broly attacks and awakens, it's not going to untap 2. It's just a draw 2 leader. So realistically speaking, we're popping this off turn turn 3, probably your earliest turn, which is the same turn you want to do this. Now, if you do lose the Dyro and you're going second, I can understand where you're coming from, and I'll show you on the Dark Broly video on how to mitigate that. Once again, like I said, this is a Mecha Frieza video, but I just wanted to make sure I addressed your issue. The biggest thing I will tell you is you have to look at it in a way also, and this I'll leave it like this until the Dark Broly video comes up. You have to put 6 back from your warp to your drop. Six whole cards. 30Ks. So I don't want people to cheat. 30Ks back from your warp to your drop. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Really, really good. It's a great card. It should be in your deck 100%. And you'll see why when I do the Dark Broly video. What my cool idea each week, each episode. Yeah, I was going to do that, but the thing is, we're in a crunch time right now because the event is this weekend. I want to make sure I get to all these decks. And I'm not gonna lie, there's more than, right now, in my opinion, there's more than 5 decks that can probably take this event. And we only have, after today, 4 days left. So I'm probably gonna have to make videos offline as well to supplement it and post it online, as well as do team talks with the other members and talk about other decks. Bro, someone help me with a decent idea strat for the new lineage archetype. Can't wait to. The new lineage archetype with the Bulma and stuff. I'm not gonna lie, it's not one of the decks I see can be a top contender, but maybe I'm not seeing it correctly. It's not that it's a bad deck. There are just other decks that do stuff that are just hands down insanely broken. Now, we do know 100% fact the next set is also going to be part of the Unison Warrior. Maybe they get something that does make it broken, but as of right now, I don't think it's like it's not something broken like Mecha Frieza, like how we talk about today, right? Mecha Frieza is absolutely broken. It plays things for free. Things that does pay an energy for, like a Champ Pack Frieza, costs you to play your turn, which is insane. If they pay 1 energy, they pretty much stun your entire turn out, which is, it's borderline insanely broken. Like, it's close, it's teetering close to just being crazy, is all I'm going to say like that. Goku Jr. seems like a solid strategy. It's solid, but then the best Goku Jr. deck that I saw was a turn 2 victory strike, right? Realistically speaking, even though you can do turn 2, in my opinion, you should wait to turn 3. The reason why you should wait to turn 3 because you should wait to turn 3 so you can sweep Retaliation Cooler, get a free draw, and then just kill him off 1 hit. That's why you should wait to turn 3 in all these decks. Now, my issue with Goku Jr. is, why would you play now a turn 2/turn 3? Did I say Victory Strike? Excuse me, not Victory Strike. I meant Cell Xeno. Cell Xeno. If I say Victory Strike, I don't remember what I said. Cell Xeno, not Victory Strike. Now, if you're playing a turn 2/turn 3 Cell Xeno deck, why not play with Aggro Sin? Because Aggro Sin does it a lot better and has a lot of backup countermeasures when things don't go right for you in order to still play the game. See what I'm saying? Now, why would you play a worse thing? It may be cool for you to play, but don't play a worse version of the deck, if you catch my drift. I played the deck a total of 10 games. Secure and buy and win. Nah, the Heron, it's a fair deck, man. It's one of those decks that it's a deck, but it's not broken. Not, at least not yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bandai always has some random stuff to make other decks good, but at least not yet broken. New Dark Broly card is amazing. Trust me on some. Yeah, exactly. But don't forget, guys, your opponent does have to be at least 3 energy. At least 3. So don't forget. If you win a few games with it. Yep. New Dark Broly card. Yep. Don't forget about Gogeta Zeno. Gogeta Zeno took a step back. I'm not gonna lie to you. Gogeta Zeno took a step back on the black decks for me. Because right now, in my opinion, way speaking, it's 100% Dark Broly still, but Jax, they're just borderline insanely the top decks. And where Gogeta Zeno was, Mecha Cabrera just came in and took it. Because Mecha Cabrera, hands down, has a great matchup against all these other black decks. Once again, against other decks, they might not fare so well, such as but Jax would manhandle or Dark Broly would manhandle it. It gave me 2 additional attacks. Exactly. He gives a 7-drop more apple. Exactly. Yep. King Cole's a pretty rough matchup for Mecha Frieza. Yep, and we'll talk about it this week. All right, so I caught up on all of the comments in the comment section. So now let's get back to the Mecha Frieza discussion. So we talked about all these cards. Let's go back to yellow. Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum. Bum, ba, da, bum, bum, bum. A lot of people, I'm going to tell you guys the same thing I told my boy Matt Coons when he showed me his deck profile before he went to the Gamers. So I'm like, Matt, there's no way I'm going to let you go to Gamers without this card. And the card I'm referring to is why is this not popping up? Yellow extra cards, right? I don't want Broly cards anymore. I just had yellow extra cards. Come on, don't do it to me. I was just talking good things about you, Apex decks. Don't you do this to me. Okay, let me see. Do I mean, why is it still on Broly? It's text, enter, there's nothing here. Oh man, don't do this to me. Right? Okay, I just needed a little love. A little love. Unite Assemble, and well, that's not what I told Matt to put in. I mean, before I get to that, this is what I told him to put in. You guys 100% have to play Planet Vegeta in these Mecha Crazy decks. Stop not playing. Stop. Nah, that sounds so bad. Do not get caught in a situation where you're not playing Planet Vegeta. Guys, the extra card you want to see in Mecha Frieza, right, is obviously Unite Assemble. But do not forget, for your Unit Assemble, you need to have one open energy in order to play. Because it costs 2, your leader reduces it by 1. But you're going to take a life. So you have to have one open energy to play. Now, imagine you winning the die roll. And instead of you just winning the die roll and just playing this, which you're not going to, because you're probably going to wait for your opponent's turn to actually get the most bang for your buck and actually play one of those dogs. So to speaking, your turn 0 play should be, I'm going to use Planet Vegeta for 2 reasons. 2 huge, well technically 3, but 2 huge reasons. The first one being so I can filter out my deck. Guys, I cannot stress the importance of knowing what's in your deck. If you're playing Zelzino, you know exactly where Zelzino is. If it's in your life, you know you can play risky with your life. Like you can go, if you know next turn you're going to win the game, you can go down to 1 life. You can use extra cards because you're awakened and take yourself down to 1 life and manually fetch your Zelzino. If you know your Zelzino's in your deck, you can now use Unite Assembles, and instead of bringing out the 2-drop, you bring out the 1-drop that gives you an extra draw. So now you're drawing 3 extra cards from your deck. That's not even including your leader draw, which is going to give you an additional card. You will filter through your deck so much, so fast, and so efficiently because you know exactly what's in your deck. It's insane. Not only does Planet Vegeta allow you to filter your deck and access, like, know where cards are, such as your Cell. If you're not playing Cell, I don't know why you wouldn't play Cell. Even if you're playing the Kai Secret, you having a knowledge of where your cards are is perfect. But the biggest thing I want to tell you that it gives you the knowledge of, it shows you exactly how many dogs are in your deck. Because if you see only 2 of the 2-drops, I don't know their names. I don't play those cards. But you know what I'm talking about, the 2-drop dogs. Let me put them right here because once again, we do have the luxury of, all right, sorry, let me do Unite. So let me do Universe 9, I think they were. Oh, I thought they were Universe 9. Huh? They're probably just not in their name. You guys know what I'm talking about. The 2-drop, I think is, right, here it goes. Chapel, the Iron Drake. If you say you have 2 of these bad boys in your deck, you know there are 2 in your life. So you're going to play one, realistically speaking, because a lot of decks have built-in board removal. So the fact that you're going to force them to tap energy is really, really good. But if you only have 3, if you have 4, you know, hey, maybe I can hold off on them, whatever it is. And if you need your draw power, you can go play your 1-drop. I believe the 1-drop name is Basil. I'm not good with the names. I just know what the cards do. I think it's Basil. You could pay the Basil for extra draw power. So you being able to know how many of these you have in your deck before you even attempt to play Unite Assemble, it's just broken, guys. Like, deck knowledge in this game is 100% insane. But to top that off, guys, please play at least, I told Matt this too, at least 2 copies of Counter Blast Son Gohan. They're 2 searchable super combos. Not only are there 2 searchable super combos, it also has an inherent skill to deal with a dark power Black Man's Name. Because if you're going first, or if you're going second, whatever it is, and you do not catch a giant ball, or you don't catch a card to rest the Dark Power Black Man saying, it will just cause issues for you. At least this Gohan, let's visit this Gohan, because a lot of people don't know what the Gohan does. The biggest thing with this is the last, it's literally right here, the last auto, the second auto, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Guys, that is a powerful effect for a searchable super combo. That is a 0-10k. So even if they try to do something crazy, you can still combo it off and get your 10k worth of power. Because you do not have to be at 4 or less life in order to use this. You do need to be at 4 or less life in order to use it along with get a draw. Yes, you do. And if it's during your turn, if your opponent has 5 more cards in rest mode, and which is super realistically speaking, because going on to the previous discussion in this video, when you use the Mecha Frieza Champ Pack and then follow it up with a Bergamo and then follow that up with a Poutine, that's 100% a possibility of you being able to pull this effect off. Now, you may not need that effect, but guess what? You still have access to that effect, which is really, really powerful. Since you're playing 2, at least, once again, I need you guys to see my face on this one. At least playing at least 2 Planet Vegetas, you're going to have to play at least 2 of the Gohan Super Combos. It's just good. I don't know why I pressed 3, but you should be playing at least 2. If you're going to go to a 2-2 split, it's fine, but in my opinion, it should be 2 of the Gohans and 2 of the Zamasus. You filter through your deck a lot. This is cool and all, but you filter through your deck a lot. I'm going to show you why, in my opinion, you don't really need this anymore. It's the combo that Matthew Coombs kind of made popular recently. It's going to be the Mecha Frieza from the Battle Evolution. Now, let's take a look at this bad boy. This brand new toy that Mecha Frieza has, once again, this is why you play Super Combo, because Dark Power Black Man Saiyan does, it does hurt. It hurts a lot. Because Dark Power Black Man Saiyan pretty much hits everything in your deck. And it's really, really crucial. You can't stop Quetsukai. That's why I said they have power to stand. Now, they have answers to everything. Like, there's cards you can use against Mecha Frieza, right? But the issue with it is, they can improvise, adapt, and overcome just like that in the blink of an eye. Like I said, the worst possible thing a Mecha Frieza player could probably see would be a Quetsukai, because they have no way to interact with that card. It's just, well, damn. Dark Power Black Man Saiyan, you have ways to interact with that card. You can do a bunch of stuff with that card. But you can't stop something that activates from that drop and just warps itself and says, hey, pretty much anything, not just what, anything you play from your deck will now make you work 2 cards, because the only thing that's higher than 20k in that deck would probably be your Seeker Rare. If you played a Great Ace or 20ks, Bergamo's 20ks, everything that you play in that deck that costs energy, it's literally going to work your deck, which is insane for them. But like I said, they do have power to Super Saiyan now to provide some adapt, overcome, and survive that turn into the next turn. But let's take a look at this bad boy real quick. Mecha Frieza, Full Assault. This bad boy came in Battle Evolution. Once again, shout out to Matt Coombs, because I'm pretty sure he's the one that put this card on the map. It has an auto, 1 yellow. If your leader card is a mono yellow and it's your opponent's turn, when you activate a yellow extra card, play this card from your hand, and you can't play copies of this card for your turn. Cool. Now the biggest thing is, when this card is played, look up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 mono yellow extra card from them, and shuffle your deck. Completely, utterly, insanely broken. Because the key card you want to find before you awaken, and even after you awaken, probably one time, would be this beautiful beast of a card, which is the Unite Assemble. Because the Unite Assemble, realistically speaking, can draw you up to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. If you swing with your leader, you'll draw a card. You'll use this, draw 2 more cards, you can take a life, and the base will get you another card. So it's like you cycle out 5 cards real that fast in a blink of an eye, you cycle out 5 cards. It'll get you this. Or it can get you a Planet Vegeta. Or it can get you access to things such as the power of the Super Saiyan. Your key yellow cards, this will find it for you. It makes life so much easier for you. Not to even mention, it's a free, not free, but you pay 1 energy, but it's a free 15k body, which is a 4 cost for Cell Xeno. So, now that you have this out here, don't forget one card I did skip over when I was mentioning Planet Vegeta. You can play 2 to 3 war cards. In my opinion, you should only play 2. It's not that you're trying to jam these guys on board. Sometimes you'll have this bad boy in play. You have 2 of these in play. You'll have maybe 1 of these in play. Hey, you just need 4 more. That's the easiest way to get 4 more. That's searchable, guys. That doesn't cost energy to actually go find them. Planet Vegeta, and you go get the ape, and you get 12 for Celzino. Celzino 100% hands down should be the secret of this deck. Now moving forward. Before, they'll maybe have consistency issues, but now the way you're able to consistently just have 12 on, it should just be Celzino. You just go in and you go for game. Now, if it's a even in the Mecha mirror match, realistically speaking, right? Because in the Mecha mirror match, let's take this time to catch up on some comments. Because in the America mirror match, don't forget, Celzino has a flex, so you're not really doing anything about that. But in a America mirror match, if they're tapped, it becomes a double strike essentially, right? Reason being is even if they final flash it, you still have to stop a 40k body. Two final flashes, which I guess you overcome it because you'd be at 45. But one final flash, you're at 30. You're gonna need 15k more power, which is really, really good. With that, let's catch up on some comments really quick. I want to make sure I answer everyone's questions. That should put like a tally of where I stopped. Don't forget Gogeta. Yeah, I think it's Gogeta. It gave me 2 additional attacks. Yep. The 7 drop. Okay, I think I got it right here. So how many new Supreme? How many of the new Supreme Kai negate would you run? And okay, you will find out on my Dark Road list, but they are out of my deck. But the reason being is because it's a good card, but it has some inherent problems to it. The reason why I had that in, because I'm like, okay, cool, this can save you in games 1 where people are main decking, Banisher, and stuff like that. But guys, 100% confirmed. I asked, and we got our answers back. When the Kai removes something back, such as Overwhelm, and it comes back, it's gonna stay in play. It's no longer considered Overwhelm, like it's back in play. So imagine as a Dark Early player, I'm saving this bad boy for Banisher Fu, right? I negate an attack and work Banisher Fu, and now at the end of the turn it comes back and it's just there. Like, it's literally just there looking at me like, "What's up, bro? I'm back." It's really it's gonna be a problem. So I took him out of my deck. You can still play them in other cards such as probably Mecha Rare and stuff like that. The card is still good. It's not that it's dumb broken, but it just I had it in my deck personally to handle those problematic cards. So I just wanted not to deal with them. I'd rather give it 2 cards for Banisher Fu versus give up my entire hand for Banisher Fu. It's still a good card, but it's just not my cup of tea. And you'll find out. I'll go more in depth. Like I said, I want to run over the Mecha Frieza talk. We'll go more in depth about that during the Dark Broly talk itself. The thing is that you can easily have too many extra cards in the deck. That's the thing. In my opinion, the only extra cards you not, since Nimbus is gone because you do not need Nimbus, it is what 2-3 copies of Power of Super Saiyan. You need your United Assembles, Planet Vegeta, and Final Flash. That's it. And all those cards are never dead in your hand. It's just you're using those cards. Those cards are going to be powerful for you. Said 16, 18. Let me see. No, it'd be what 3 Final Flash, right? Yeah, 4 United Assembles. Put you at 7. You can have 2 Planet Vegetas, 9, 10. And you have 11, 12, 13. For 13 to 15. That's not that bad. You can have like 13 to 15 extra cards. It's not going to be that bad. The only ones you have to max up as a 4-up is the United Assembles. The other ones are not 4-ups. Like Final Flash is not a 4. It's easily at 3. You can have the 4th one in your sideboard. And thank you for reminding me about sideboards because I also forgot another card that should be in your main board as a Mecha Frieza player going against certain BS decks is going to be this bad boy. Because against certain decks, they cannot handle this whatsoever. This is a searchable main deck out to a lot of decks that are just inherently annoying to deal with. Not only do you have access to this with the Planet Vegeta, you should also be running at least 1 copy of. Oh, he's right here. Dark Power Black Man saying, in your main board, guys. It's good. Trust me. You'll thank me for it later. Matt did, then you will too. Trust me, guys. Like it's really, really good. Especially if Ajax is a deck that I really expect to be there. Because after your sideboard, you'll probably put in another one in there, so you'll have 2 in your main board. It's really, really powerful. You can thank me later for it. Let me finish catching up on the comments before we go on. I do a 2-2 split with Krillin. Yeah, get him. That's the thing. if it was these Bandai events, I would do a 2-2 split too. But in a real life event for best of three, where people have access to deck lists and stuff, I would 100% at least try to incorporate one Zamasu. The reason being is if your opponent has knowledge that you at least have one Zamasu in your deck, they will always be thinking like, oh, it doesn't matter what it is, they'll always think about, hey, he has the one Zamasu until you actually play it. Now, let's say if it's this weekend and I'm reading your deck list, and I just see a 2-2 split between Krillin and the Gohan, it's like, okay, cool. I have no fear about Zamasu. I'm not gonna respect it. So like the only way you could turn off one of my abilities would be with the power to Super Saiyan. Because if I Koetsukai you, yeah, power to Super Saiyan, cool. I'm not gonna. You can't touch my leader. But now, if you only have one, just literally one Zamasu super combo, I always have to think about it. Damn. Yes, I Koetsukai this turn. But what if he has that one Zamasu super combo to just rest my leader, and I really, really, really need to kill this guy with my leader because 100% he's gonna rest my unison with the power of Super Saiyan, and the only way to get that guaranteed double strike damage is with my leader because Final Flash does not affect the leader. You see what I'm saying? That's the issue with running 2-2 in a best of three event. Now, if it's a best of one, like one of these webcam events, where your opponent's just gonna assume run the Zamasu, and by the time they realize you don't run the Zamasu, they're already dead. It doesn't really matter because it is what it is. Look at my friends list. He doesn't have access to the Frieza negates, but I think it's not that bad. It is that bad. The reason being is you can still play it with Nimbus, but man, the amount of stuff like the way I used to just destroy Mecha Frieza players is with the Goku negates, right? The Goku counterplay Super Fighting Spirits, and then I would just hit you with the Ravager because the amount of cards you would lose, this attempt to stop me for one turn was just insurmountable. You're gonna lose based off the fact that you just couldn't do anything. Now with the Frieza Champ Pack promo, it's just rough because it's like, okay, cool. You'll do the 1-for-1 with one Goku counterplay for the actual for the Frieza Champ Pack. Because it's like once that comes on board, I have to swing again, I have to rest something, and you can just come back and just kill my stuff off. Now you can say you can do the same thing with Nimbus and Bergamo because the Nimbus will trigger the Bergamo. Nimbus will trigger the Mecha, and the Mecha will rest the battle card, and the Bergamo will come out. But don't forget, realistically speaking, you're probably most likely gonna still have to pitch a card for Nimbus because I'm gonna have multiple guys on board if the threat was that big. So that's the issue that I see. And another thing is, it doesn't clog your stuff with extra cards. Because on your turn, once again, if somehow you just need three, and like you need three cost guy, it's a 1-drop that you just play on your turn. That's the biggest thing. It's a free 1-drop battle card with a 0.5k combo base. Now, if you're running Nimbus, you're putting more. You're not clogging because Nimbus is a good card still. You're just putting more extra cards in your deck. Because if you're trying to get out of an attack, you can't combo Nimbus away. If you need an extra 3 energy worth of battle cards, you can't play a Nimbus. You see what I'm saying? Like it just has more utility for the Frieza Champ Pack. I think Kai is still very good. I think you're talking about the Kai negate. Yeah, the Kai is still very good. That's why I said Kai is not a bad card. It's just not what I need from my deck. Because guys, you know me, I don't play negates to play negates. I played my logic behind playing that negate was to stop problematic cards. It's because I don't need negates. Like if you're gonna kill me, you're just gonna kill me. Like just have it. Like something like it's whatever. Yeah, but Kai is still 100%. It's still a great negate. But just understand that hey, the target you pick better be a regular played battle card. And that's why I said it's still a good thing. Because my thing is, I'm not scared to out combo a regular played battle card. It's just whatever. The battle cards that make me shake in my boots are things such as Banish Your Food. But why play the Kai, which is going to come back and stick in my case? But in other people's cases that actually still playing against, the Kai would be better because the Kai would say, okay, cool, and Omi, I'm going to stop. It stops 2 attacks. It would stop like a leader attack and a battle card attack because you warp it and then come back. But on top of that, now you have 5k power for your turn. So 100% the Kai is still good. Nimbus is a -1. Frieza is like a play. Exactly. Shakespeare, that's exactly like perfect way to say it. What kind of King Vegeta have you been testing, aggro or control? All right, guys, I'm going to break it down to you. King Vegeta, I don't know where this aggro stuff come from. King Vegeta is not an aggro deck, guys. Like, it's not, you will lose to an actual aggro deck. It's not an aggro deck. King Vegeta is very consistent. You may say it's aggro because, yes, by turn 2, your opponent will be at 4, so you're trying to kill him. But realistically speaking, if you play King Vegeta the way, if you actually sit down and read the leader card, Like I said, we're gonna have a video for King Vegeta, so I'll get into it. It's not meant to be a aggro deck. If you're playing as an aggro deck, you may have some success, but against a high caliber player, they're gonna stop it. It's gonna be like the deck is just not made to to go that fast. If you're playing red green, maybe you could get some stuff in there. Like you could probably get some turn 2, turn 3 wins. Yeah, sure. But how consistent can that be versus straight mono red? That deck is like a watered down invoker where you just want to sit there and just control the game. And as it progresses, it is because it's inherently impossible for your opponent to win. That's how I play the deck, and that's why I love the deck so much. It was just insanely good. I played mono red, but like I said, today is the Mecha Frieza talk. I will talk about that deck and along with other. I know Robert Reed's. I don't want to give up his spot. He's been playing it too. I'm gonna tell you what build he's on. But if you guys know me, you know he's like probably one of the three kings of red. Three kings of red in this game that I say is Tim Palacios, Robert Reed, and Travis Washburn. Those guys, when it comes to red, are the guys that you want to talk to. What are your thoughts on Android 17 and 18 yellow deck? It's really cool, really solid, really fun shenanigans with the field of black decks being Mecha Cabrera, Dark Broly, and Jax. I think it'll really struggle because there's a lot of drop removal. Your guys you have to be in the drop in order to have success. But to top it off, it's like the gimmicks won't work against black decks. It's just my opinion. They're not gonna work against black decks. So against some other decks, like let's say if you want against the King Vegeta deck, it's 100% annoying because you're gonna keep negating the Vegeta, the bear, not the Invoker guy, but the one that you evolve for 3, the one that negs everything 10k. You're gonna keep negating him. So it's really you can see it's a really solid thing. Thoughts on set 13, Blue Gohan. I can probably get a Chris Abella. I don't know if you guys know him. He's back playing the game again. That's the deck he's playing is set 13 Blue Gohan. So if you guys want, I can probably have that's another deck I can see doing some things because it is powerful and it's early consistent awakening, followed up with 20k beaters, followed up with a lot of red players switching over to King Vegeta and no longer running Violent Razor, probably running the imposing presence. It could have some sway there. So I could probably talk Chris Abella into talking about this deck. What secret should I use? I got Kai, set 13 on your Shinron or Orleans here. Get him. Let me know what deck you're talking about. Because yeah, he's gotta let me know what deck you're talking about. I know what deck you're talking about. It's a fun deck, very cool to play. I have hints of red because I'm trying to be one. Mecha SCR options, Eddie. For Mecha, yeah. For Mecha, it's 100% should be, in my opinion, for the current Mecha build moving forward, it should be Cell. If it's not Cell, then Kai. If it's not Kai, yeah, I think those are the two. But if it's not Kai, you ball on a budget like me, you can go ahead and play the Heron Seeker Rare, but it should be 100% Cell. Because Cell, trust me, it's the way the deck is built now. If you guys don't know how, go watch Matthew Coon's deck profile. It's on the Team 4 channel. It's very consistent to drop cells in on turn 2, turn 3 now, and go for a game. The pressure is there. And the thing is, like, you can literally leave one energy open, right? Because you don't kill them, and you have the Mecha Frieza, the champ pack, and you just stop their turn. Because you're not going to be able to play cards, unless you're playing Dark Broly or for Jax that just play things for free. You're not going to be able to pay energy and play cards and go for a game because you won't be able to attack because you have to rest a card in order to attack. So it's really good. Not a Mega Shinra. Oh, Mega Shin. I don't think. I mean, you can, but if you're like trying to just have a broken win con, I think it should be the Cell 100%. 100% would be my number one choice to be Cell. All right, so I caught up on all the questions and comments on that one. Let's see where we left off at. All right, we're talking about Planet Vegeta. So we have a bunch of targets for Planet Vegeta, right? Decks that rely heavily on these skills for extra cards, such as Invoker, such as like Blue Baby. Because Blue Baby, don't forget, when you have these in, they have to be somewhere either in your main board or your sideboard, guys. You have to have these guys in. Let me put them up real quick. Is it counter? Extra cards. Somewhere located within your main board or sideboard have access to these. These have multiple uses, multiple uses. Biggest uses, you can use it in the mirror match to stop these cards such as this, such as Topo, such as the black Topo that came out, such as Blue Baby players, because Blue Baby players, if they use their big bodies, they'll tap 3, they'll tap 2 to just negate one attack, but then your on-play autos will be negated. You could follow that up with where's that? With this, because now the extra cards also cost an extra energy. This is the barrier deflect, so it's really hard to get out of. I don't even think blue has an answer to. Does blue have an answer? Yeah, I don't even think blue has an answer to barrier deflect. That's just an egg for them. 100% you have to main Giant Ball. Giant Ball is really good. Giant Ball allows you to filter through your deck while stopping problematic cards such as Dark Card, Black Mass Sand. In my opinion, it's not just Mecha Frieza. All colors should be running this to stop Green Gohan. I think this is Bandai's way because every color got one except for black. This is Bandai's way of saying don't cry about Green Gohan because it's best of three, and now you have access to just have this as a universal sideboard in all colors in your sideboard. Guys, please don't get caught not playing this card in your deck. It's a secret. Do not play a. Do not have the idea of not playing a secret in your deck. Cold Bloodlust is a secret. Play him. Please play him. What else? What else? That was the biggest things of Mecha Frieza. Pretty sure I'm missing. Let me see. I want to make sure I've got everything for you guys. The biggest ones I want to talk about was literally. It was just this. There was this one. Part of the Saiyans, Planet Vegeta. That's the biggest thing too. A lot of people are just not playing Planet. 100% should be a bare minimum of two, bare minimum. It's the perfect synergy of going turn zero. You're going through your deck, you're filtering through your deck, you're grabbing a super combo, you're grabbing a Dark Power Black Man Saiyan for the mirror match, and now you're forcing him, oh snap, I played my Dark Power Black Man Saiyan, you don't have a Giant Ball, you're just screwed because now unless you're listening to these Team Talk videos and you have your own power Planet Vegeta into this super combo, so you can rest that Dark Power Black Man Saiyan, it's going to be issues. You understand, but that's just obviously a staple. The rate don't play this at 4. Realistically speaking, a resolve 2 in a game. I could see actually people playing 2. It's literally a 2 to 3 copy of. That's it. Bergamo is a 4 of obviously. Just let me make sure I got all of the yellow cards that you guys should be. Yeah, so for extra cards itself, see. Okay, yeah, looks good. 4 of guys, 100% 4 of. At least 2, at least. Don't forget you also have your coolers. Just making sure I hit everything really quick before you wrap this bad boy up. For kind of battle cards. Yep. Zamasu, once again, Zamasu should be at least. The Zamasu super combo in his deck should be. I hate when it does this. When you do it, you gotta I guess press space so it can reset itself. The Zamasu super combo in his deck should be at least a one of, at least bare minimum of one of. So I have just generic yellow cards, but that's the shell of the Mecha deck. I just really want to point the importance of this bad boy out. Showed you guys the weaknesses of it. Like Mecha right now doesn't really have a lot of weaknesses unless you're playing black. Red. Obviously, I forgot about this too. I forgot. There you go. If you're playing red, you should be playing this Unison because this Unison just doo-doos on Mecha Frieza. Right here, this bad boy is a Mecha killer. Every time they use a counterplay, once again, their counterplay is probably going to come in a form of the Mecha thing. And don't forget, Power of the Saints is actually a counterplay too, guys. You can negate the attack. Where is it? You can negate the attack with this. You see, it says literally negate the attack. You just can't use the activate battle ability of it more than once per turn. But you can negate an attack with this. But it doesn't matter because this guy is not once per turn. Not only is this guy not once per turn, it's every turn you draw a card, which is really solid as a red player. Okay, let's go back to yellow. Make sure we hit everything. Final flashes, obviously a staple. I didn't go through that because you're not playing Mecha Frieza without this. This, in my opinion, it makes this deck just insanely broken. Whereas other decks, they say, okay, I'm not gonna tap because if I tap, I'm gonna lose to double strike or triple strike. Mecha Frieza is like, I wish you would. And then if you do take the challenge, you're just gonna get Final Flash. Like it's really good. Like I said, Giant Ball should be in your main deck because Giant Ball also allows you to filter through your deck while answering problematic cards from your opponent. Yeah, that's all the other ones are obvious, like to come in, but that's the main things I wanted to talk about for Mecha Frieza, and I think we're doing good on time. So let me make sure I answer any last bits of comments that we have before we get to closing comments. What we have? Okay, we gotta catch up on. Ding, 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 ding. 17, 18 had built in. Yeah. That's what I was talking about with the like going against King Vegeta. It could be really, really problematic and annoying because yes, those guys will die if you have the Vegeta established already. But man, it's just they can before then they can negate your stuff because I played it like two times or three times. And there's another ability. I forgot. I'm not sure if it's the leader or battle card unison. If one of your guys are skillless, it can just inherently KO it. So it can become problematic in order to play the 5-drop before then. Let's see. It's pretty dead against blue. Yeah, I don't think it'll ever be a problematic deck. It's still a solid deck. I don't think it'll be a problematic deck. You know, space for blue, not the Bojack. No. I don't think Mecha Frieza should be running the Bojack package anymore. It should just be straight yellow, mono yellow. Do you think yellow Gotenks leader could come back? It's not a bad leader, right? Or a bad deck. The biggest thing about it, guys, don't forget, like Mecha Frieza, in order to play another yellow deck, that's not Sync Shenron, because Sync Shenron is his own little thing too, which is just sell Xeno on 2 and 3, which is also very powerful. But now that Mecha could sell Xeno 2 and 3, it's like, okay, which one is a better sell Xeno deck? In my opinion, it'd be Mecha, because whereas Sync Shenron, you don't get the kill off for some reason, you could be put in some really, really unfortunate spots. Whereas Mecha is not the same way. You still have answers in the form of Final Flash and stuff like that being tapped out. Your Frieza chat back promos, you have answers. You have a lot of answers versus the Sync Shenron. Has his own advantage against Mecha. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Mecha's just a better leader. Exactly. Get him exactly. He said it correctly. It's not that green because I'm not gonna say Yellow Gotenks is bad. It's just it's hard to compare any other yellow deck that provides more of an advantage than Mecha Frieza. You see what I'm saying? It's like, would you play if you wanted to? What's a good example? Ding 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 ding. I don't know. My mind's blanking out, but it's just hard to find a better yellow deck than Mecha Frieza. What do you think about Trunks saying Majesty? Is that the free play Trunks? I go read it real quick. I think you're talking about the free play Trunks. Is that the 15K Trunks that comes out for free? Trunks Majesty. What is it called? Trunks Majesty, you said? Nope. I'm pretty sure you're talking about the 15K. Trunks. The one that came out in like set 7 that comes out for free. What's it called? Let me go back and see your comment. What's it called exactly? Trunks Saint Majesty. Let's see if we can find it. Saint. Yeah, it's a free play one, right? It's cool, but like it's not really doing anything for you. It's just a cool card, in my opinion. You can play it. It's just it's not. It's an extra body. I mean, you're realistically going to play it off what he places card and drop it. It's a cool card. My thing is with Mecha Frieza, the deck space is going to be tight. So if you have extra like flex slots, I guess if you want to put it in, go ahead and be my guest. Is this something that's 100% necessary? Is it something that's going to give you the edge and just beat your opponent? No, it's not. 100% it's not. When is the Black Leader Team Talks going to happen? AKA Dark Broly. Probably. Oh man, there's three black decks we got to talk about. There's Mecha Cabrera, there's Dark Broly, and there is Jax. That's gonna be a really, really, really lengthy video because all three decks, Dark Broly and Jax, you could probably go ahead, but Mecha Cabrera is a completely different ballgame. That's gonna be a really, really long one. But I'm not sure when. I'll put it up. For you. I promise. I'll put it up. I'll make sure people know because that'll probably be a popular one. It's not that Gogeta Zeno is not good. Gogeta Zeno is still a deck. It just didn't go anywhere. It's just you gained, realistically speaking, one new card, but then you still suffer the same problems the other decks suffer. I mean, not realistically because your stuff goes to work. But I don't know. I just value Mecha Cabrera. Like I said, Gogeta Zeno is still a great deck, but Mecha Cabrera just brings a whole nother ball game to the equation, which is going to be really, really, really tough. And realistically speaking, I'm not going to say it on here, but since you do warp your cards versus Jax and Dark Broly, you are really susceptible to a Mecha Cabrera can really hit you with. Like, it's not even close. Like, Jax and Dark Broly can have at least a fighting shot against Mecha Cabrera, against Gogeta Zeno, it's not even close. Like, your guys are in war, and that has specific cards. Like I said, I don't want to put it out there because it also does hurt Projection Dark really too. But it doesn't hurt him as much as you because all your stuff directly go to warp. You get shot. Like, there's no interaction for it. It's just sign a match slip. So today's Mecha. Today's not. It wasn't just like Mecha. It was like yellow in general because we gotta look at the other yellow leaders we got, right? We have the future Gohan leader. Yes, it's cute and stuff, but honestly speaking, if you're playing a yellow deck and you're really gonna be really successful with a yellow deck and just dominate consistently without, I guess, running into problems, Mecha is the yellow deck I'm gonna play with. Sin is also there, but the thing with Sin is, I think, in my opinion, like I said, this is my opinion, it felt susceptible to which one is now the better sell SCR deck, which now it's Mecha Frieza, because you know exactly where your cell is, and it's just a lot more stuff they could offer you. Sin would probably be my second best yellow deck if I were to pick it, but then it just has to go to like Mecha Frieza. Dude. Like, there's no, like, nobody's not gonna argue that Mecha Frieza is the best yellow deck. That's just how it is. Not really. I think it goes toe to toe with Vejex. No, not Vejex. Not Vejex. Get him. I'm talking about the what's his face for the black decks. I'm talking Mecha Cabrera. Mecha Cabrera versus Gogeta Zeno. Not Mecha Cabrera versus not Gogeta Zeno versus Vejex. If that's what you're talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about straight Gogeta Zeno versus Mecha Cabrera. Like, if you already putting cards in your warp, you're just like it's not gonna be fun. Once they hit a certain turn, it's not gonna be fun because there's no interaction with it. Okay, so I caught up on everything. All right, so I'll start my closing comments. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always feel free to put it, and I will always address it before I log off. Today was, yes, it was Mecha, but really speaking, it's yellow is Mecha, guys. Let's just be real. Like, right now, the game state, if you're playing yellow, you're most likely playing Mecha. That's just how it is. Tomorrow I will make an offline video. What should it be? Should it be? I'll probably hit up Chris Abella, see if Chris is free. He could talk about the, what was it? This is the skillless one. The skillless, I want to say Gohan deck. It's the blue one that someone's talking about. The one that free plays 20Ks. I think that deck could be really, really solid. A really consistent early awakening ability combined with 20Ks is just it's good. It's good. Well, I'll probably see if I can have him talk about it. Probably Wednesday we can do the black segment. And Thursday, I'll put a schedule. Because I don't want to say this now and forget, but I'll 100% put the schedule up for you guys to see what's going on. But 100% be sure to subscribe to the PPG DVS Twitch to catch up on this weekend's upcoming regional, which is going to be insane because it's going to be the first actual event of best of 3 at that as well with these new cards. A lot of hype behind the Bojack deck, a lot of hype behind the King Vegeta deck, a lot of hype behind a lot of Set 13 decks. Like, Set 13 brought an aspect to this game that we've been missing for a while because it's not a lot of times where in a set you can legit say all the decks are playable. Like, legitly all the decks are playable. King Cole 100% is playable. The only issue with King Cole is I don't know how it would fare in a best of 3, but 100% it's playable. It's not just playable. It's a really, really good. If you don't know that deck, it's a really, really good deck. And I found out the hard way. They have a free negate. They don't even have to pay energy for, which is really, really solid, guys. And trying all these decks, man. Like, what's the weakest deck in the set? Even the weakest deck is probably what freaking no. Both blue decks are good, but Bardock. The future yellow Gohan, it can be problematic as well. Like, all the decks coming out this set is cool. Yeah, King Cole is strong. Yeah, that's what I was saying. King Cole is strong. A lot of people are sleeping on King Cole, but King Cole is strong. Tim is busy a lot. I know he's off. I'll hit him and see when he's off for a red dig. Yeah, Robert Ricci too. Robert Ricci is like I said, we have 2 of the top 3 red players in the game. If we were to get Travis Washburn, we'd probably have all of the red decks in this game that has ever made history. But yeah, I'll get him 100%. We can talk about red. I'm glad you recognized it a couple weeks ago. You guys laughed about King Cole. No, we didn't laugh. Don't get it wrong. We didn't laugh about King. I personally, I'm not sure what the other guys. I didn't laugh at King Cole. My only issue about King Cole was like, how consistent can it be through best of 3? Because when that deck connects, But you have to see your cards because if anywhere along the game you have one misfire and you lost a Daryl, you're just got because you're gonna be like a worse invoker where it's just extra cards in your hand. You're not doing jack crap because it's just like, well, damn. You see what I'm saying? And that's my issue with the deck. But when you're firing on all cylinders, the deck it's really really hard to stop. It's really 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 hard to stop. Yeah, right, exactly. That's exactly my point. Red Bardock would probably be the worst because all the other decks are legit playable. I can see people just pick up a deck and someone goes to the event with it. Red Bardock, not so much, but we could say that now and we could see a Red Bardock deck possibly doing something crazy. Okay, I think I caught up on. No, Black Kai is not the worst, my friend. The only issue with Black Kai, it is Shield. Shield is the best draft deck, but I forgot. I forgot Shield is a deck. Shield is the best draft deck because you do crap out tokens. But now Black Kai is actually a surprise deck that I think will do crazy stuff. But Kai does lose to blue like hardcore, like 100% just you get got. The issue with Kai is there's no way you could play 50 cards with that deck. There's no way. So now it becomes you have to max out your deck. So how consistent can you be? But when that deck connects, I think Kai will end up being. You guys remember how Dark Broly was? Like, it was just slept on, but Jax was just better because they still had Trunks at 4 and everything. I think Kai's going to end up being like Dark Broly, where later on in the format, before the next set comes out, Kai's just going to come from nowhere and just say, hey guys, why don't you guys ever pick me up and try to play me? Because Kai. Let me put it this way. So I want to open you guys' eyes, right? You being able to summon the 8-drop Banisher Fu and say, hey, not only did I play this 8-drop Banisher Fu, now it's going to stay for the rest of the game. It's just pretty groundbreaking. It's just insane in my opinion. You being able to do a lot of stuff, like you have the Banisher Fu on field that's not going to leave. You have Dark Demon God Demigra, hint, which is probably why it shot up because it's also going to stay on the field because of Dark Overrealm or Frip. And you have a bunch of 30k beaters that are just going to stay there because they're not going to be over on the end of the turn. It's pretty solid, guys. No matter, even if you have Violent Rage, whatever it is, because you're swinging Demigra first, and not only are you swinging Demigra first, the Banisher Fu is still on the field, so you're giving him what? You're giving him a Violent Rage. You're going to pitch a card and warp a card, choosing 3 cards a turn to not even win, to just stall for a turn. Kai is good. I will say that Kai, if I were to pick a sleeper deck for this set, it's 100% Kai. Out of all the other decks, it's 100% Kai. It's just, trust me, guys, do not sleep on that deck. It's really, really good. People are not playing around with it now. Give it some time. Let people do what they got to do. But Kai, once again, like I said, at the end of the format, it'll come back. Since Mirror has deflected, also a blue matchup. Yep, exactly. I have done insane with Kai. Against blue, I play Mira. Yeah, but you see, Kai still did. You said on Kai is shit. People think Kai's they saw it. I ain't gonna lie, I was part of that. I was part of that crowd. I saw Kai at first. It's cool. And then he started looking at the cards. I'm like, yeah. And then I started listening to my homies at local. Like, you kind of have a point. But no one's gonna spend the time to actually do that. It's gonna be a lot of time to invest in it. I'm gonna be there on the top layer. So far, I beat Travis with the red deck at the invitation. And my battery's about to die, so I think it's time to wrap it up. Yeah, but yeah, 100% Kai will be expensive. Oh my God, Kai. Whee! Kai is gonna be expensive, 100%. But yeah, my battery's gonna die. But we've been on here for like an hour, so I'm pretty sure we're good. Hope you guys enjoyed this segment. Like I said, it's supposed to be a yellow day. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about all the other decks. And then Miami comes and you're only seeing Mecha Frieza. I could 100% guarantee you the only yellow decks that you'll see at PvP Miami will be Mecha Frieza. You'll probably see 1 or 2 Shinron players there. But then it's like, why not just play a better Celcino deck, which is Mecha Frieza deck? So, that being said, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys again. I'll probably upload a video tomorrow and probably try to do my best to go live. So you'll have 2 videos a day from here on out, where I'm uploading one as well as giving one for Team Talks. But other than that, you guys stay tuned, and yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Appreciate you.